Alright. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have another walkthrough here. This is the Jungian Tarot by Robert Wang. Yeah, Robert Wang. There we go. Now Robert Wang, I've only the only other thing that I bought from him, or that he's created, is the Kabbalistic Tarot by which was, I think he self-published it. I don't even know. Maybe I should go get it real quick. Maybe I should. Nah, I don't know. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. But here we have the Jungian Tarot. This was a deck that he made based on, Jungian psychology and all that. So yeah, as it says here, Dr. Robert Wang developed the Jungian Tarot as a visual gateway into the complexities of Jungian psychology to aid in the process of active imagination proposed by Carl Jung. The 22 major arcana represent the Jungian archetypes of the collective unconscious. The figures are visually represented with archways and circular mandalas, which aid in meditation. The deck is a companion to the Jungian Tarot trilogy by Robert Wang, and you can find all three of the books either on US Games or Amazon, I believe. I think. I don't know. I haven't checked the, availability. I'm not sure. I do know that this deck was out of print for a while, but it has been reprinted back in 2018, like very silently, like I don't know, but anyways. So moving on though, the box, first of all, pretty good. It's it's a bit loose, but it's still it's still secure, it's still sturdy, it's still a two-part sturdy box. There it is. So yeah, it doesn't come with a booklet. It does come with a little white book, but US Games little white books are not anything like, they're not anything like Los Carabeo little white books. So, hold on. I feel like I'm too far from the phone. I'm too far from what's recording. Hold on. Let me go like this. How about that? There we go. I'm gonna deal with that. I'm a bit cramped here with this weird setup. Moving on though. So yeah, good box, 10 out of 10. Backs, love the back design. Not reversible, unfortunately, if you're looking for that, but I do like the backs, how they really stand out, and you see it and you're gonna be like, that's the Jungian Tarot. So yeah, little white book, like I said, pretty good information about, paragraph about, no, probably like 3 sentences per each card. So yeah, there is a bit of a strange, well, I'm not sure. I'd have to compare the astrological correspondences with this deck to other Golden Dawn decks, because Robert Wang is, he has I think he has one other tarot deck, and that's the Golden Dawn Tarot, which is also published by US Games. So yeah, what is that? What is that? That's weird. Anyways, so yeah, here's the sides of the box, by the way. Why is that upside down? So yeah, you guys can get a good look at that. I do like how the design of this, how that looks, very simple, very like, you see it on the cover, or you see it like sitting on a shelf like this, and you're gonna be like, ooh, what's that? Like this one right here, this is my favorite one right here, how that looks. I don't know, I think that's the Hierophant, or the Emperor, I don't know. There are no titles on this, so that might be a little bit tricky for some. There are huge white borders, so I do wish that there was, I don't know, something other than white on it. But, we get with what we got. We work with what we got, Let me see if I can focus on the cards more. There we go. There we go. That'll do it. All right. So here we have the Fool. It's the Fool. I will say, artistically, personally for me, I think it's not like aesthetically like gorgeous or anything. It is very, yeah. When was this first printed? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, this says 2018, but I'm sure this was printed like earlier before. It's not saying like, oh, first printed back then. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see, because the art style is, different. Let's see, because it doesn't say, yeah. Interesting. Interesting. It all says 2018. Okay, but I know this deck has been out for a long time, unless it was like it just came out in 2018. I swear I've seen it before. I've seen it before around, So here we have the High Priestess. That's the Magician. So yeah, okay. The Empress. Okay. Okay, I like the dragon. Creepy looking dragon. I do see that again. Robert Wang is like incorporating. There's a little date right there. I'm like, there's got to be a date when it's 1985. Makes sense. But this is Robert Wang's art style. This is, if you look at his Golden Dawn Tarot, it's very similar to this. But anyways, you see some of the Kabbalistic associations in here as well. You see the doorway here. That's a very Kabbalistic thing related to the Hebrew letter that is associated with this. So yeah, the mandalas though. I would like to get, if I would, you know, invest down into this path of Jungian psychology. I haven't gone too much into it, but you know, I know a little bit. Here we have the Emperor. Okay. Here's the Hierophant. A lot of white clothing. And I will say, in terms of, you know, skin color representation, they're all white. Don't go looking. Don't be getting this deck for, you know, if you want a deck with a lot of different body types and, you know, a lot of different, you know, skin colors. You're not going to get that here. So yeah. Here we have the Chariot, Strength, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged Man, very simple Hanged Man. Almost reminds me of like the Two of Pentacles with the two. Anyways, moving on. Death. Lots of white robes. Lots of white. Like the clothing. It's all white. That was Temperance right there. Yeah. The Devil. Interesting how that's the only one with skin color. But he's like green or something, right? Yeah. He's like green, which I'm sure is like a chemical thing, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Then we have the Tower. Okay. The Star. Just okay. The Moon. I like her hair. Crazy. Wild. The Sun. I mean, I guess. Here we have Judgment. And the World. Quite an interesting World card. So yeah. Anyways, now we move on to the Court cards. And the Court cards, I feel like this would be a good deck for, like, you know, more along, like, if you are more inclined to like the Marseille style of reading, where it's just the courts and the pip cards are very, very simple. Colors and all that, you know, but there's, you know, it's, yeah. Anyways, the court cards, though, for me personally, leave something to be desired. They're very simple. So there we have the Queen of Wands, the Prince, the Princess, or you can go, or here's a good thing about the no titles though, you can go father, mother, brother, sister, or son and daughter, you know. I do quite, there's flexibility to this deck, but there's no representation. But anyways, here we have the Ace of Wands, the Two, and if you get his Golden Dawn Tarot, you're gonna find that the pips are very, very similar. So here's the 3, the 4, 5. I mean, y'all get it. It's very simple, but I think the variety comes with like the rows of colors here. And I think that's where you read into things here, especially the spheres here. I want to say that the spheres also correlate to, again, the tree of life, and you know, each of the spheres in, you know, what each color is in the Sephiroth. I could be wrong though, or unless that's the background. Yeah, the colors in the background look very Malkuth. Moving on though, here we have the King of Cups. Okay, the Queen, the King, and the King. Okay, the Prince and the Princess. I'm gonna go that way. Just, you know, I don't know. That's what's instinctually coming to my head when I see those. Anyways, here we have the Ace of Cups, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 8. The pips, I don't hate the pip cards. Oh, I will say that. I don't hate them, you know. They're simple. They're like that, you know. Sometimes with pips, it's okay to, like, you know, not go all extravagant, all out, you know. You know, it's just something different. But the quartz, I do like it when the quartz are, you know, they show a little more. I think their robes are just too simple. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm still used to maybe like the Golden Wheel Tarot, where the outfits are like extremely like pattern-esque. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of details. It's very empty, bland. I will say the quartz are very bland. So you have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords, you have the flames there. I find that a little bit confusing, especially when you have the wands for fire. I know some people do like the swords for fire and wands for air, you know. But I mean, I wonder. That's interesting. The twos have the fire on them, but moving on though, that is a bit confusing though. It's a bit confusing. Your brain's gonna, like, working with this deck or learning this deck, your brain's gonna say like, oh, those flames, that's a wand, and you're gonna get confused there. But anyways, it's an old deck, 85, I think. I don't know when this was completed though, and when it was first published, but I do know that it was like out of print for a while. I'm not sure how long, or they revamped it maybe with this nice box or something. I don't know. If anybody has the one previous to the 2018 version, let me know what the difference is. I'm not gonna bother looking for it. So here we have the King of Coins, the Queen of Coins, Prince, the Princess, the Ace, the 2, 3, 4, and y'all get the picture. It just like stacks up, you know. And that's it. There you go. And that is the Jungian Tarot. Yeah. I know a lot of people like to relate Jungian psychology to the tarot, and you know, I'm very unfamiliar with, you know, how to relate them. I've read in a few books, you know, Robert M. Place, in his book, he talks about it, and I'm sure there's a few others out there. I'm not sure which other ones that I've read that are like, oh, Young. I'm like, okay, but if you read, you know, if you read into tarot, you're gonna see Young being mentioned a lot. So it makes sense for there to be a Jungian Tarot. There is a book that just got reprinted. It's called The Archetypal Journey. I think that's what it's called. It's definitely going to be one that I'm going to buy and get when I'm not going to order any more tarot books until I finish a lot of the ones that I have. So, like, for example, I'm reading 78 Degrees of Wisdom right now, and yeah, it's okay. But anyways, just goes to show, I can't wait to get it though. But it uses the Marseille Tarot. I could be wrong though, because the cover does have the Marseille full. But anyways, moving on. I'm rambling. I'm not even talking about the deck anymore. Cardstock. Good cardstock. It's US Games. You know, not too thin, not too thick. I think this is similar to the Gil Tarot. If you just bought the reprinted Gil Tarot, it's that one, it's similar to that one, I think. Maybe a little bit thinner. The cards are very slick. They slide well against each other. They don't stick to each other. They're very, like, you see, they like to move by themselves. Like, I can just see that, and they just slide by themselves. I just drop it. I can just do a small drop, and the force keeps pushing the cards. So yeah, very glidey, very slick. You won't have any problem overhand shuffling this deck. It's yeah. So, you know, I don't know what to say about this deck. I'm not gonna work with it anytime soon. Like I said, I would like to get more comfortable with Jungian Tarot. I'd probably want to get Robert Wang's Golden Dawn Tarot. And have that one on hand too as a reference, and to compare and contrast with that one. But yeah, I'm reading Wang's Kabbalistic Tarot, and that book is actually, I like it. It's actually a pretty good book. It's easy to understand, and it puts a lot of the complicated ideas into a very easy to understand approach to combining Kabbalah and the Tarot, or how decks combine Kabbalah and the Tarot. But anyways, will this be a deck I use anytime soon? Probably not. But I do have it because it is like Jungian psychology, and I know a lot of tarot people, incorporate Jung into tarot, but, Anyways, moving on, that has been a walkthrough of the Jungian Tarot. I will probably do Lover's Path right after this, or Tarot Grand Lux, I don't know, whichever comes first. You'll see. Hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because I think I may be going live later on today and do some readings, hopefully. Not with this deck. I don't think I'll do a reading with this deck anytime soon, but yeah. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Do you guys have this deck? Do you guys have the older version? Do you guys have the books? How well do you and for anyone that is interested into starting young, I definitely don't recommend, if you want to start, if you're into tarot and you're like, oh, people want to start, people are always referencing Jung all the time, like, oh, I'm gonna get the Jungian Tarot. I don't think that's the best path. I don't think that's the best path to take when it comes to. Oh, and the phone's ringing. I ain't gonna answer it because I know it's some scammer. But anyways, what books do you recommend for anyone starting to get into Jung? What should they read? What should they be aware of? Like, what resources would you best recommend? Comment down below. Let me know, and I'll check them out. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.